if you're originating in 2025, then what you better do is raise your game. The days of people throwing deals at you are over.
You don't have the ability to change in any business right now. You probably shouldn't be in the business you're in.
People have always had to adapt. How long have you been adapting, Jeff?
36 years, 37 years.
I'm on this podcast with man.
That's awesome. All right. I don't even know how to introduce this episode. I'm kind of lost. I'm not even trying to be funny because obviously we have a funny guy already on the show here, so I can save the funniness for later. But you don't have all the cool banners this year, John. Last time you had to ask Fobby everything. You had a copy of my book.
You told me about this morning.
This relationship is really starting to disintegrate fast. Selling simple has changed you, John.
It has.
This is getting awkward.
It is already right out the gate.
I'm here for it. It's been 19 seconds and we're already.
Fobby gave me the instruction, the creative construction. Don't make it awkward this time. So guys, let's not make that happen.
Did we already start? We're starting.
Yes.
This is it, baby. This is showtime now. Showtime. Yeah. So this is another edition of Laugh, Learn, and Eat the podcast. And we are doing something that I always love doing. Answering questions blindfolded behind my back by random strangers.
Ask Fobby anything.
Ask Fobby anything. And you can really, no questions off, you know what I mean? Ask away. I might not even know the answer, but I'll make it up.
So I've combed and scoured all your social media for
but hang on. We need to properly introduce our special guest here.
Go ahead.
Right? Because I don't want him spitting up water like he did last time. It's past his lunchtime, so he's not going to fool me with the spaghetti dish this time. I got that out of the way. But we have the one and the only Justin Neal, straight from Minnesota, the land of many lakes. How many lakes do you guys have?
They say 10,000.
10,000. That's a lot of lakes.
A lot of lakes.
Could you just make one big lake?
I don't know. I'm not really. I'm a mortgage guy, so I don't know that kind of stuff. I'm sure. Yeah, you could do that. You just could tap them all together.
And you're pretty smart. Could you make one lake out of 10,000 lakes?
With enough shovels.
That's what I'm thinking. I think just make one big lake. Have the largest lake in the world.
We do have Lake Superior up in Duluth. That's got to be up there, top 3.
It is.
Superior.
Yeah.
It's not like the greatest lake in the world, but it's Lake Superior.
It could be the biggest. I should probably know that because I live right by it.
We should. That's interest. We should just.
Yeah. Let's ask Fobby that question. Fobby, what's the biggest freshwater lake?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Well,
no idea. Lake Akatank.
That's a made-up lake.
No, it's right down the street from me, this office building.
It's not even a real lake.
It's like Akatank.
What the who?
In Virginia, everything is named after the Native Americans.
Okay.
So that's the way we work around here.
We've got some similar lakes in Minnesota that are named after Native Americans and some history there. So
guys, let me introduce what's going on. We are going to do another episode of Ask Fobby Anything, which is pretty cool, right? Because I love answering these questions. But we also have Justin Neal that we're going to see about doing some episodes with us as we go along, ending season 6 and maybe go into season 7. And we'll see what Justin can do for us because, he was on the show a few weeks ago. Made a huge impact on me, and I just, once again, sometimes you click with some guest and you want to see him more often, and so that's where we have this guest host position available. And since John likes to stay in the dark, he doesn't like to come out in the light.
This is an audition for Justin.
I don't know if it's an audition. Yeah, it's like John Lennon said, "I hope we pass the audition."
Mm-hmm.
Like that, you know what I mean? It was a tongue-in-cheek joke, John.
Got it.
I just gave my 2 weeks notice, so I hope this works out.
Yeah, I hope it. Yeah.
Well, trust me, the benefits of working at Laugh, Learn, and Eat are immense. Whoa, the money's just the
residual.
The money's
alone.
The money's but it's the other stuff, because when you're a star, you get to do a lot of stuff that Trump talked about. Can't mention that here, but when you're a star, you can do all that stuff.
I just like a check in the mail. I'm just looking for a check in the mail. That's it. Direct
deposit.
Right. Big
Look,
coin.
I want to shut up now. I'm going to turn the show over to John Perry.
Yes.
Justin Neal, because you guys are now in charge.
Well,
Ta-da.
I've combed and scoured all your social media profiles for questions that viewers and listeners may have left. The vast majority were for Sammy. So, what's your favorite flavor of milk bone? I don't know. No, I got some questions for you.
I can answer for Sammy.
No, you can't. You've seen this industry from all angles, Fobster. What's one mortgage leadership myth you wish everyone would stop believing?
That we know everything.
Ooh, expound on that.
I mean, just when you're the leader of anything, whether it's a 2-man branch, 200-man division, 2,000-man mortgage company, I mean, you cannot know everything.
Mm-hmm.
And too often we're looked at like, oh, well, you should know that. You should know this. You should know that. I mean, there's a lot of times. Thank God I had a lesson years ago by whether it was mistaken or not, but I heard it, where I became bold enough to start asking the dumb questions. Because if I don't understand a word that is being used, I want to raise my hand and say, listen, I get it, but why are you using this word in this sentence? Because I need to understand what I'm about to agree to. And so, yes, Ginger Bell and I talk about that I don't mind being the stupidest guy in the room. And she says, Fob, just because you think that, you actually are the smartest guy in the room because you're the only one asking.
That's a good point.
I don't know if that's true or not. But as leaders, the myth that we know everything is one that I wish could just somehow or another disappear.
That's a great answer.
Thank you. I worked on that all night. I knew you were going to ask that. I know everything.
You're right.
I think it makes you more likable, Fobby, if you can admit to having some shortcomings as a leader and not just appear to be supremely confident. I think it makes you more likable, and those that don't, I think it's kind of off-putting.
I mean, look, everybody's human. We're all human. So, if you're human, you're going to have shortcomings.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, it's just like, I think the days of being this kind of like this, like suit, tie, short hair image of leadership, while it's nice to have that, right? I'm not going to say it's a bad image, but more often than not, is it needed? You know what I mean? And I think as human beings, we're evolving in that we want more authenticness in our life, authenticity. We want more real. We want more, more people who actually have empathy. And so those are all the things that I think make a good leader.
Mm-hmm. I can say I follow 2 leaders in mortgage on social media. I won't name names. One is self-deprecating, confident, admits shortcomings and lessons he's learned. The other is the opposite. And I tend to read more of the first person's posts because he has me and he hasn't lost me with supreme confidence and I know everything. And the other one is just trying to not show a weakness. And I don't read half of his. I'll watch. I'm engaged with person A, not person B.
Yeah. It makes sense because I think when we can identify with leadership, right? So think about this though. Guys, is when we identify with leadership, right? Who are we more likely to follow? A leader that we identify with or a leader we don't identify with? Right? If I follow a leader that I don't identify with, guess what? I'm just there for the paycheck. I don't believe in the vision. I don't believe in the outcome. I don't believe in what they're doing, but they're paying me every other Friday, so I'm still going to hang around. But if I identify with a leader and I can identify with their vision and I can really believe what they're saying is the absolute truth because I can feel it, whether I get paid or not, I'm following them.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to get paid though, but I'm still going to follow them.
Yep.
Hope that answers your question, Jay.
It did.
Awesome.
I got a question.
Yes.
I can go next. So I had happened to see your foreword you wrote for a book that's coming out soon. In that you talked about an experience back in '87. You must have been 2 or 3 years old at that time, about a business card. So could you give us a quick recap of that stack of business cards story? And then I have a follow-up question about that story.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I want to say that child labor is still illegal. It was illegal in 1987 and it's still illegal in 2025.
So you're pro child labor, you're saying?
I am pro child labor. Man, you're having me to say all sorts of stuff, Justin. But what happened is in 1987, I was working for Allstate Insurance, and my boss at that time said, "Here, there's a mall across the street, right next to the lake. Um, go down there and pass your business cards to every shop owner out there." And I didn't know any better, right? So I just walked. I would walk the mall, right, and pass out my business cards. And the guy that was running the Briar's 31 flavors, the guy that's selling watches, the guy that's selling furniture, whatever it was, and shake hands and say, "I'm with Allstate." It's sort of, what I mean? And some were nice and some were not so nice. But at the end of the day, I wasn't creating relationships until that thought hit me. Like, why don't I stop and ask the guy? I'll never forget this. It was like, I asked the guy, "Hey, listen, are you happy with your current insurance agent?" And that was like the turning point in my life, Jason, where all of a sudden it was no longer about the business cards, but it was about building relationships by asking questions.
Mhm.
Right. And so, like, all of a sudden they would say, "Well, you know what? I'm not happy with my insurance agent because I call them and they don't call me back." Well, okay, so maybe we can talk about your policy when it's renewing in October or whatever that, you know what I mean? And so it wasn't like something immediate, but it was something that became relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And the other part that I didn't write in there also, Jason, is that I had a Rolodex, right? When those days we didn't have CRMs, we had Rolodexes. And I put months in the Rolodex. So I would put that Briar's 31 guy in the month of October. So every month I know who I needed to be calling. And so it was like the first manual CRM ever invented by Fred Flintstone.
So
All right,
you,
I got to follow
go
up.
ahead. Go ahead, Justin.
So two-part question. One, did you ever actually land a client from that or just get some weird looks? And two, if your younger self at the mall could see you today and read your foreword, what would they think about you?
Ooh. Oh, wow. I'm pretty sure I got some clients from the mall. I'm pretty sure I did. Otherwise, I don't think I'd have kept going back. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure I think the Briar's 31 guys definitely comes to mind because I remember that. Like, and look, the way I got it, probably if I'm really, really, really being like, somewhere along the way, his daughter was a friend of somebody that knew me or something, and that's how it became more of a relationship, right? But it wasn't passing the business card. So I just want to make sure we understand that. Now the other part, like, what does a 20-year-old look at the 58-year-old Fobby and wonder? You know what I mean, like, oh shit, I didn't realize that my hair was going to get that white. I don't know. I honestly, Justin, I don't know the answer to that. That's honestly, I wouldn't know what I would think. I can go back to being 20 and realize that 9 out of 10 times when someone like me said something, I didn't believe them. Like, I just thought they were lying. Like, there's no way you could have success like that. There's no way all you got to do is pass out business cards. There's no way all you got to do is create relationships. There's no way that all you got to do is call X amount of people per day, per week, per month, and you'll accomplish all these goals. So I think that would have been the challenge of the 20-year-old Fobby looking at the 58-year-old Fobby, is that non-belief that I had.
So speaking of relationships, you're a relationships guy. What today, what's one intentional thing that you do every day to nurture your relationships?
LinkedIn.
Okay.
That is my like, if you know what I mean, like, my LinkedIn is my relationship to everybody that's in my network. And by posting on a regular basis, I feel like I'm nurturing the relationships all in one moment.
How do you cut through all the noise in LinkedIn then?
So that's more challenging.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't scroll on LinkedIn like I used to, aimlessly. And I've noticed that there's been a shift in my stream. So for people who are like really into social media, they'll understand this, but let's back up, right? So the stream is basically when you're scrolling on any social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, anything, right? The stream is the people that you're seeing, right? So if I click yes on Justin's post, the algorithm is then set up to show me more of Justin Neal's postings, provided he's posting on them, right, on a regular basis. If I don't like it over a period, and if I scroll through it really fast, the algorithm picks up the speed that you're scrolling at. It'll show you less of it. So if you slow down on someone's post, they'll show you more of it, whether you like it or not, by the way, FYI, especially on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very sensitive on that. So the way I kind of take out the noise, Jay, is if I just really, A, I don't log on as much, and B, when I'm log on, I really want to see certain people and what they're sharing.
Well, what about your posting strategy? So for you to cultivate these relationships through LinkedIn, how are you cutting through? How are you doing that effectively?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it had to do, going back to what Jason talked about, being authentic, being more relational, like walking Sammy in the morning, right? And talking into the camera. It's not a fancy production event, right?
Right.
It's literally, I'm not joking. Like, it's literally me walking in some park with this phone staring at me, no selfie stick or nothing. And Sammy like pulling me on the other side and me trying to talk to the camera. So I mean, those kind of videos I think cut through a lot of the noise. And then also sharing moments, you know what I mean? I think like I was just on with Liz and Lindsay a while ago. And so like when I posted pictures of our networking event in Chicago, you know, it lets people see what's going on outside of their bubble and all the networking that can happen. I think people respond to that because they want to be part of that. Now, Justin, I'll share one thing with you. You didn't post any pictures of you at the gathering that I saw. And I would have liked to see your interaction at the gathering. And so, FYI, when I went to the Dallas AI Summit, I did some postings and boom, like everyone's like, oh my God, I would have loved to have been at the summit. You know what I mean? People want to know where you're going. People want it. So if you want to really cut through that audience, share with them those moments. Share with them that you're having lunch with John Perry at one of your favorite restaurants because John loves a fried calzone when he comes to DC.
That's true.
It's 2014, 2015. I was trying to figure out LinkedIn. About 2018, I really decided like I was going to go all in on the LinkedIn, right? And I remember getting texts saying to me, "You're making LinkedIn more like Facebook. It's not cool what you're doing. You don't need to be sharing that. You don't need to be doing this." And I would just ignore them. You know what I mean? And then I met people like Raquel Boris. I met other people that were doing the similar things on LinkedIn. And by doing the more real life, this is who we are moments, we began to cut through all that noise, John.
Right.
Good question. Good answer. I'm going to try to go back and forth between like fun questions and silly questions and serious questions. So
you just ruined the moment just by telling me what you're going to do now. Back to you, John.
We'll cut that part out in post. So here's my question to you. Train A leaves Chicago heading towards Toledo at 70 miles per hour. At the same time, train B leaves Toledo heading towards Chicago, 60 miles an hour. When do the two trains meet?
Lunchtime.
Okay. That's exactly right.
That's
All right. And now my serious question. If you had a chance to have in your hand a flip phone of your choice from back in the day that you loved, that flip phone that had no scrolling capabilities, or your current iPhone 18, would you take the plunge and go back to the flip phone and see what life is like?
Oh, so hold on. You said something that's really weird. You said go back to where life is like. So are you going to say I'm going back to 2003?
The simplicities of 2003, maybe? Is that?
Say,
well, there was no simplicity in 2003, by the way.
There was well, okay. Would you give that a shot and see if life with a flip phone is better than? Did you say no?
Yeah, I would never do that.
Oh, that was a quick no.
Yeah, why would I go back? It's like, would you like your life without ChatGPT? No. Would you like your life without StreamYard? No, I wouldn't. I mean, this goes back to something I've been really, really laughing about it. My buddy Jay Duran, who runs Culture Matters, right? I was doing a show with him one time, and it just hit me, you know what I mean? Because I think, John, you say it a lot, you know what I mean? Like, the people in the future are going to have such a great life, you know what I mean? Yes. 200 years from today, whatever, right?
Absolutely.
And some people say, oh, it was simpler back in the 1950s or whatever. I don't know, right? But I always imagine, like, I was talking to Jay, and we were doing this podcast, and the thought hit me about, I don't know, like maybe 8,000 years ago, right, in some village, and some kid sees a cart attached to a donkey. And it's the first time they've seen that. And he's like, Dad, we need that. Right? I mean, it's like, it just blew his mind that you could attach a cart with 2 wheels to a donkey and now you could carry more stuff.
Mhm.
And that's technology. Like, why would you go back to just the donkey then? So to me, it's like, I don't ever want to go back. I don't need to go back. I was there already. It was okay. It was a great life. I was happy, but 2025 is way better.
And you are completely addicted to social media. You couldn't live without a phone for 24 hours.
I could, and I've done it.
No, you couldn't. Nope.
I mean, I'm not on Facebook. Like, I don't go on Facebook that much. I mean,
LinkedIn. You're on LinkedIn 20 times a day.
No.
Yes.
I would say more like 4.
Mm-hmm.
I would say 4 times. I mean, look, I live on LinkedIn. I admit that. There's no doubt about it. I'm not a TikToker. I'm not a Facebook. I try to do Instagram. I try to do, well, YouTube's really not social media, but I try to do YouTube. But really, I mean, if you're in the business world, LinkedIn is the platform to be at. And if you're going to create a brand outside of the company that you're associated with, you have to be branding yourself on LinkedIn, because this is where the people want to see who you are.
Mm.
Think about it, Justin. I mean, when you text me, and we've talked about this when you were on the show, he said, hey, I'm Justin. I'm a recruiter. I work for Summit. And I'm also a stand-up comic, right? And, John, you know how many texts we get for people who want to be on the show, or emails who want to be on Laugh Learn and Eat, right?
Mm-hmm.
But all of a sudden, I stopped. I looked at your profile. I was like, who is this guy, right? I saw Justin on LinkedIn, saw who we had in common. I went and figured out who you're a comedian. Okay, I was like, let's talk. Like, there was some validity to your message to me via LinkedIn. If I wasn't that active on LinkedIn, Jay, would Justin have ever reached out to me and said, I want to be on your podcast?
That's true.
Then Justin would never be on the show, and it's like a quantum physics moment. Like, this moment actually never is happening right now. It's just
Right.
me and you in the dark, and me talking to myself.
And it'd be awkward. For sure. So you've hosted so many shows and interviewed so many people. Who's the one guest that completely surprised you, and why?
I don't. Oh, John, really?
Well, we got Divine, right? He's always the good go-to, right?
Well, okay. So I will say this. And this is really true. And Divine knows how much I love him. Sincerely, I love Divine. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Divine is probably one of the most humble human beings I have met on this show. Honest to God, because that guy, he is so amazing as a human being and what he's accomplished, but yet he's not walking around acting like he's done all what he's done.
Mm-hmm.
And so, to your point, even in Orlando, when we were doing those live podcasts for NAMBA last year, we kept bumping him backwards because I didn't know who this guy was, right?
Right.
And so, we got this person, or we got that person. Let's get this person, right? I'm trying to get all the mortgage name brands on here. And then finally and he sat around in the line waiting for his turn even though we kept pushing him back and back. And then he gets on the show, you're like, this is one of the most amazing human beings you've ever met on your planet. I mean, like, holy cow, man. And then, Divine is definitely one of those guys in my memory. I mean, I would definitely put him down there. I would also say, regardless of how large he is, Barry Habib will always, always be in my list of one of the most amazing people that I get to even communicate with, to be a part of. What people don't know about Barry, and I'll say this, and I don't know if Barry will get upset, but he's probably one of the most giving people I've ever met in the mortgage business. And he doesn't talk about how much he gives. And not only money, but of his time, which is way more valuable than anything else we could ever have. And so, it's very hard to say one guest, John, but if I was looking at characteristics, right, I think that might be an easier fix.
Mm-hmm.
Or easier question to answer.
Okay, thank you.
I love that. I hope you asked Divine, where have you been? He's like, I've been back in line. I was at the back of the line the whole time, like 3 hours.
No, I kept watching him. The thing was, Justin, I kept seeing him move around in line. I was like, why is this guy like who is this guy like? And I was just like, because I didn't know his name. I knew he was part of some company, and I was like, yeah, but we got this person right now, and so. But then all of a sudden, it was just like he blew our mind.
He did.
And he did that freestyle rap, Jay.
He sure did.
Yeah, I mean, we asked him to rap on the spot. He started doing his freestyle rap. This guy Divine, basically sold coke or crack, went to jail, came out, and is now a fintech entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm. And educated himself in prison.
Right.
I have the exact same backstory, actually.
Oh, do you, Justin?
Yeah, exactly.
You got to do some freestyle rap. You got to do some freestyle rap like
Here you
Divine.
go. You want me to
I'm under
beatbox? for you?
contract. I can't. I'm under contract. I can't do
Yeah,
that.
look at that.
I'd love to. I'd love to. I can't. I'm sorry.
Right. He's being produced by Eminem.
Yeah.
All right, Fabio, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
2026, beard or no beard? I've seen
For
you with
you?
both.
For you, I'm going to
Could
say
be for me. It could be for you. It could be for all.
Well,
of
we
us.
all follow you, Robbie. You're
You're the trendsetter here.
right.
Ask the show isn't asked.
Here's what happens. Here's what happens. Right. Let me explain this beard thing. Right. Like first, it was really getting longer, and I was digging it for a while. Then I saw a picture of myself. I was like, hold on, I look too old. Right. So I trimmed it back down. Right.
Okay.
And every time I think about it, I'm going to shave it off, I get this thing inside me that says I can't do it. Literally, this voice says, don't do it. So if I was a betting man, I don't think the beard is going away in 2026.
It's
Might
here
be-
to stay.
I stay trimmed like it is today, or maybe even a little bit less. But yeah, I don't see it going longer. Like me and Nathan Nottingham had me convinced to have a long beard like he does. And I can't go that. I mean that route. That's an
We were
amazing
saying-
question. Though. I'm sure you gave that question a lot of time.
Oh yeah, it took me all night to think of that one. And I'd say, I mean, I've seen you without.
Thoughtful
You
question.
look a lot wiser with the beard. I mean, I wouldn't say older, I'd say wiser. You look a lot smarter with the beard. Without the beard, you look like not
about the character guy here. We got to put a little beard around him, John.
a little bit. Yeah.
All right. I have an equally vapid question.
Oh, no.
We know you love food. The name of the show is Laugh, Lend, and Eat.
Right.
Last meal on Earth. What's on Fobby's plate?
Oh, last meal on Earth?
On Earth.
Am I going to another planet, or am I just going?
Or more likely, you're on death row, and they ask
on
you.
death row?
Yeah.
God damn.
Death Row Records. That's right. Let's go. Yes.
But I'm with Def Jam.
And they ask
anymore.
you, what's your last meal?
How
What do you
old
ask?
am I? How old am I?
Now.
I'm on death row
Wow.
now.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
Ah,
Answer the question, Fabio. No more. Answer the question.
it had to be some kind of Italian red sauce dish with good crusty bread.
It's not specific.
Like a pasta?
Yeah, I would do like some kind of like maybe ziti, baked ziti, you know what I mean, with the cheese layers on top of it.
Garlic bread?
Some garlic bread, but it has to be nice, like crispy, crunchy, crusty, like Italian bread. A side of macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, that goes together.
I mean, just something like that. I mean,
And what are you drinking? What's in the cup?
water.
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 That's where you. That
Water.
you're gonna go out with water. Okay.
Water. I mean, you can't get better than water, man. Maybe.
All right.
If I was your prison guard, I'd bring you SpaghettiOs, lukewarm SpaghettiOs, a glass of warm milk. And say, here you go, bud. For the afterlife.
You have the amazing ability to think like a security. I mean, like a one of those jail guards. What do they call it?
I got that. Looks like a security guard face.
Yeah, I mean, what is that? How'd you pick up on that? Like you just traumatized the prisoner as he's about to go and get fried.
Some soggy ass bread.
Did you see that movie, The Irishman?
Oh yeah, that was long.
Yeah.
De Niro and Pesci, right?
Very long.
And they're
Yes.
sitting there, and the old man, and they got the grape juice with the bread dipping in.
Yeah.
I was like, that's what I imagined me on death row.
That movie tested my ADHD, man. I had a hard time just locking in for 3 hours. I was like, "Where's my phone?"
Yeah, no, it was definitely one.
Movie, though.
That movie shows if you're a true mafia movies fan or not.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like if you sat through the whole thing without taking a break, you're 100% in.
That's one of many shows that I look back and I regret having my phone in my hand because I think I missed a lot of stuff. And Breaking Bad, same thing. If my phone could go in a different room, I would have enjoyed twice as much of that show. Both those shows.
It was what it was. I mean, it was pretty good. It was not bad. You ever see it, John, The Irishman?
Yes, I have.
What do you
Long.
think?
Agreed. Long. Yeah, it was all right. It was fine. It was adequate.
What's better than The Irishman, John?
Any one of the Godfathers, maybe except for 3,
Okay.
would be better. Any Casino.
You know,
Oh yeah, Casino's a good one.
Yeah.
So
It wasn't one of the better mafia movies.
yeah, I think both of them, especially De Niro, just looked too old when he was playing a young guy in it.
Yeah.
I felt
Past their
like
prime.
I felt like that's when Fozzie jumped the shark moment.
Yeah, you start feeling sorry for these guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Good question.
I got a question for you, Fobby. That's probably going to be a stumper. I don't think we're going to get you to answer this one, but we both discussed our interest and our love of AI. It's 2030, AI in the mortgage business. What's it going to look like?
2030?
Yep. Just a couple years away.
Can't we just get through 2025? Look, I mean, 2030. I mean, 5 years from today, right? I mean, you're. The thing about technology, right, is technology makes the next generation of technology faster to get to, and so we need to acknowledge that the rapid pace that we're going to now start improve. Like, you know, I mean, even if I look at from 2003 to 2025, think about that. You just talked about flip phones, and now we're using, like, John has a new Google Pixel phone that has got AI built into it, and that was like, you know what I mean? So just think about that. And ChatGPT just came out 2 years ago, and they've already embedded that into a telephone.
Yep.
So the pace that technology goes at is so fast, right? So you're definitely going to have vocal AI doing a lot of the mortgage back-end stuff. I mean, where they're going to be looking for documents, which is already happening, by the way, but you're going to have it at a much more rapid and what's like a operable pace, right? So it won't be like something unique. It'll be absolutely acceptable.
Right. That's the key, right?
Yeah.
How acceptable is it going to be?
Yeah, because the thing is today we talk about when and Justin, just like you're recruiting, right? So when you recruit, people say, "Hey, what LOS do you got? What POS do you have?" Right? Well, imagine they're going to ask you, "Well, what AI system do I get from you?" That's the world we're living in 2030, right? It's going to be about what AI platform did you build your LOS from? Because I'm telling you right now, ICE and Encompass aren't going to be around if they don't adapt AI into it. Right? There's going to be other companies that are. I've already talked to some of them that are using AI inside their LOSs. So these are the questions as recruiters and as be part of our value proposition that we talk about AI as part of our value proposition, that you could actually just write a statement of what you want your marketing to do for you for that day for flyers, right? So instead of actually having a Create More Studio where we have these templates, you go in like a Canvas style thing where you just type in what you want and we're going to make it compliant ready for you in 20 seconds. As far as your operational goes, I think you're going to have, I hate to say this, guys, but you're going to have a lot of AI enhanced roles where, you know, I mean, you're just not gonna have layers and layers of operational staff doing redundant work. And I can definitely see where certain LTVs and credit scores are just done AI automatically, leaving underwriting and processing to more challenging loans. Compliance well, I mean, it's easy enough to AI that. So your compliance department will pretty much be, you know what I mean, like one person or two person, depending on how many people staff it is. But I think the bigger picture, Justin, is this, and no one's really talking about this yet, right? But on the back end, right, when we're selling our bonds and we're hedging our bets, you're going to be using AI to tell you the best way to hedge your bets, the best way to bundle your loans, that kind of stuff, how to bid the coupons. So you can, as an owner, you can say, I can make 11 bips up front, I can make another 4 bips on the back end, so I'm going to be making 15 additional basis points. So it's a lot from the front to the back, Jason, Justin, that we're going to be moving AI into by 2030. Does that answer your question?
What about sales?
I don't think sales. I think at this point, and even in 2030, and it could be wrong. I mean, you know, but can AI create relationships? Right, that's the magic question, right? And I don't think anybody really knows that answer just yet. Can it create the relationship? Can it give that confidence? Can it give that, oh, I've been there. I remember buying my first house, and this is what I felt like. And I mean, moment. So I think it's more up to the loan officers and the salespeople to adapt to the technology, because if they don't adapt to the technology, somebody else will, and somebody else will become the loan officer that clients will be trusting.
Yeah.
All right, Fobster, you ready for rapid fire? This is
Sure.
this or that, end or. And then if you want to expand on it, go right ahead. You
Okay.
ready?
Yeah.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Early bird or night owl?
Come on.
I know some of these, but for the audience.
I don't have to answer.
I don't know. I don't know the answer.
Yeah, nobody else knows.
Who wakes up at 4:30 in the morning?
You do. So,
Me and Justin.
Justin?
We're both
Okay. Early birds.
I'm just going to bed at 4:30, but I'm awake.
That's because you're a comedian. You just got home.
That's true.
Clean up all the fruits you picked up on the floor to show your wife. Look, honey, I did well last night.
Fruit. he
All the
brings
tomatoes.
all
Tomatoes.
tomatoes. LinkedIn message or face-to-face handshake?
Face-to-face handshake.
Big conference networking or small intimate dinners?
They both serve a purpose.
Okay.
But so here's what I think. There's a saying in golf that goes like this: that drive is for show and putting is for dough.
Mm,
And I think conferences are for show and intimate dinners are for dough.
got it. But they kind of go hand in hand. You need both.
Yeah.
Books or podcasts?
Podcast.
Call first or text first?
Text.
Being genuine or being impressive?
Fake as hell. Go all out.
We knew your answer, but I asked.
You got to be genuine, man. I mean,
I
look,
know.
think about this, man. It's just let's do a quick tangent. If you're not genuine, like like what Justin was talking about, the guy that he's following or not following, right? Imagine meeting that person and they're nothing like what you saw on social media.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, dude, but oh my God. Right? So please be genuine, because eventually you may meet somebody that's why it's called social media. So you can actually have a society based off what you're seeing.
We've seen that happen, and they turn into jokes. So.
Yes.
Sushi or steak?
Depends on my mood.
Well, if you had to choose one.
I go with steak.
Today,
Gotta go with
steak.
steak. I like that warm feeling.
Old school business cards or QR codes?
QR codes.
Work from home or in-office hustle?
In-office hustle.
Big ideas or flawless execution?
Ooh, wow. Where'd you
That's
come
a
up
good
with
one.
this?
It's a good one.
Dude. Okay, hit the pause button on this one. Big
Okay.
ideas or flawless execution. I would go with flawless execution.
I agree.
But you can't have flawless execution if you don't have big ideas, though, right?
Now, wouldn't we want to execute on smaller ideas than have this big idea that goes nowhere, right?
Yeah.
But, well,
But eventually, if you have enough big
true.
ideas,
Even
something
enough-
will happen.
that's true. That's
I
true.
mean, look what we did with Simple
Beach vacation or mountain getaway?
Beach.
Would you rather have 10,000 LinkedIn followers or 10 truly connected relationships?
Oh man, that's easy.
Well, you can leverage 10,000 LinkedIn connections, can't you?
I mean, but 10 real people that are your network, diehard network people, no way, man.
Okay.
All day long with the 10.
All right. Business suit or hoodie and sneakers?
Hoodie sneakers.
Give advice or ask questions? We know this.
Ask questions.
Hustle harder or work smarter?
Smarter.
Lastly, what's your preferred power move? Great follow-up or unforgettable first impression?
Great follow-up.
That's
Good questions. Good questions.
That's a good
Yeah.
one.
Great follow-up, because once again, that's where the people miss.
Yeah.
Every time you talk to people, no matter what they're doing, whether it's loan officers, recruiters, CEOs, if there's no follow-up, there's no movement.
Mhm.
Follow-up creates action. Follow-up creates movement. Follow-up is where everything lies. The question after that is like, how many times should you follow up? Right? And I say until they tell you stop following up.
Right. Leave me alone.
Just you got to go all in. So, guys, we're coming up to 40 minutes, which is about the limit of our podcast. I wanted to give Justin the last question since he is our guest host, John, and we
Yes.
just did a series of amazing questions, which has like floored Justin. I don't think he can actually get himself off the floor.
He'll
Like,
be fine. Let's
if you're
defer
listening
to
on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, Justin has literally like fallen on the floor after this barrage of questioning from John Perry.
no.
So we
He's
want to lift Justin up, give him a hand up. Let's get him back on his stool. And if you're on YouTube watching this, I just lied.
Those are tough questions at top. I did change microphones. Hopefully it sounds okay. But can a human being survive and lose weight by only eating honey?
That's what he does.
I think that's true.
I'm asking Fobby.
Well, yeah. I think
John can jump in.
I think it's true. And also, fun fact: honey has no expiration date either, so it's kind of like the perfect food, right? You get enough calories and it lasts forever. But Fob, you answer. I
think the only issue with honey is that it could lead to some kind of diabetic issue if you just ate honey all the time.
Well, it's natural sugar.
Yeah, it's natural.
Maybe not.
It doesn't
Body
matter.
knows what it is.
It doesn't. No. By the way, it's a myth. You can overdo natural sugars,
You
guys.
can't overdose on honey. It's impossible.
Yes, you can.
I've had 7 jars today. It's fine.
Listen, Winnie, calm down.
When you poop still alive.
Hey, you watch your tone, sir.
Winnie.
I am Tigger, not Winnie. And you are Eeyore, sir. With your cloud above you with the rain. Well, that might be.
I'm just saying, dude, like easy on the honey there, Winnie. I mean,
Gets you kind of jacked up.
like, guy just licking his jar inside and out.
Our CEO makes honey, and I get free honey at work, so I just eat a lot of honey.
Is that how they pay you over there?
Oh,
They give you jars of honey?
and honey. It's
No
a great
wonder you're
arrangement.
not recruiting, man. Our Simple's not gonna be able to help you. The sign-on bonus is 40,000 jars of honey for the first 90 days.
Justin, what's the answer?
I'm 2 months in, and I haven't died yet, so we're gonna find out at my annual physical.
Oh,
Hold on. The magic. Are you losing weight?
I don't weigh myself. I don't know.
So scientific.
Oh, great though. It's really sticky. A lot of sticky though. That's a problem.
What does your wife think about the new sticky Justin?
She doesn't come near me, so it's a natural deterrent for. It's like anti-pheromones.
Good luck with that, brother.
Good job.
I'm sure your dog has got to be happy as hell because when he comes up and starts licking your hand, it's like all sweet and honey.
This is lunch. This is supper. So I'm good for the rest of today.
What kind of honey is that?
Our CEO makes it. This is fresh local honey. So again, there's no implications of anything. It's local. It's organic. It's all the things.
Any bees in it?
There's no side effects at all.
We got to have on next month. See if he survives.
We'll have to follow up with you next month, Justin. See how much you lost next month.
I'll be fine.
We'll see. Does your beard get stickier because all the honey?
Yeah, it's super sticky. But it's fine. Again, you just get it for later. It's not going to go bad. So.
Well, okay, John, we can end this now, right?
All right.
I think I've answered enough questions, guys. Thank you, Justin, for being a guest host for
Thanks,
us.
Justin.
This was once again a terrific episode with you, Justin, and I'm looking forward to having you on more episodes of this stuff.
Thanks for having me.
Yes.
All right, guys, let's get out of here.